I'm not even worried about this thing. This thing looks and smells incredible. Pick it up perfectly. Here we go. Words just doesn't describe how happy I am. What's up guys, Josh Blunt here and welcome to my kitchen. I am very excited about today's video because I know that it's gonna be absolutely delicious. I do a lot of desserts and sweets and cupcakes on this channel, and sometimes it's just hard to match that authentic, delicious flavor that I'm looking for. The high calorie cheesecake, the high calorie donuts, I want that flavor. Obviously, I get that it's low calorie. Trust me, I get the concept, but some foods, you just gotta let be, right? And that is why I'm excited about this recipe, because it's gonna be absolutely delicious. I'm not hoping it's gonna be, I know it's gonna be. When I was a teenager back in the day, did I just say back in the day? Back in my day. They say that getting old sucks, but when you're healthy, you definitely feel it a lot less. But when I was a teenager many years back, one of my favorite places to go was Taco Bell for their Mexican pizzas. Now when I was a teenager, I had a much bigger appetite, if you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, you know what we should do now? Eat? No. Eat.
But nevertheless, the Mexican pizza is absolutely delicious, so I'm very excited to try this recipe. I got this recipe from Remington James, RJ, so thank you so much for the inspiration. I am going to be doing it a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit higher in calories. I'll put all of the calories and the macros right up here at the end of the video. I will go over all of the ingredients in just a second, but I do want to take a moment and thank everybody for being a part of this channel, being a part of this family. Thank you so much. If you do enjoy content like this, if you're new to the channel and you want to see more recipes or educational content that I do every single week for beginners and more, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video so YouTube will share that value with other people. I do appreciate your support. All right, so let's go over every single ingredient and then we're gonna whip this thing up, and we're gonna start off with 2 flour tortilla shells. Super soft, only 200 calories each. So you're gonna take both of these flour tortillas and you're gonna put them in a pan and fry both sides of them. So you want to flip often until they become nice and crispy like a pizza crust. All right, so after you've gotten your tortilla shells nice and crispy, you're going to want to take one of them and spread 260 grams of refried beans. I got the spicy jalapeno kind, but you can get whatever you want. 260 grams, spread it evenly over the tortilla shell. All right, so after the tortilla shells are nice and crispy, you're gonna wanna use the same pan and you're gonna wanna make up 448 grams of a ground beef. Now, RJ used 96% lean. I'm using 85% lean. So depending on your calorie needs, you can get the 96, you can get the 85. I'm not too worried about the extra 11% or whatever it is. So I'm gonna be using 85% lean, but get whatever you want. All right, and then once the ground beef is basically done, I'm gonna add in 40 grams of an original taco seasoning. That's the one that I'm gonna use. You can use whatever you want, 40 grams. And then I'm also gonna add in 160 grams or 2/3 cup of water. Mix it all together. At that point, I'm gonna take all of the ground beef, I'm gonna put it on top of the refried beans that's already on top of the crispy tortilla shell. At that point, I'm gonna take the other crispy tortilla shell, I'm gonna put it right on top, just like a sandwich. The next ingredient is gonna be a mild enchilada sauce. I'm gonna take 60 grams and spread it over evenly right on top. After that, I'm gonna take 168 grams of a reduced fat Mexican style cheese. I know that RJ used a fat-free cheese. I cannot seem to find any fat-free cheese. I do not know how he does it. He goes to HEB or something like that in Texas. I do not have an HEB here in San Diego, so I can't find it anywhere. Totally fine, I'm not worried about the calories, but if you're worried about the calories, make sure you get a fat-free cheese. After that, I'm gonna be doing 112 grams of a pico de gallo. So I'm gonna put that over the top, 112 grams, add a little bit of color, add a little bit bit of flavor, 112 grams. Now I know that RJ added some chopped green onion to the top, but I'm not going to be doing that. I am going to be adding another topping, which I'll go over in just a minute. But first, you need to preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you're going to put the whole thing in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. Let it crisp up a little bit more, let the cheese melt and get delicious. Now once this bad boy comes out of the oven, I'm going to be adding in some home-style guacamole, 140 grams home-style guacamole to the top. Now I know this is going to add a lot more calories than the green onion, which is completely fine because I can afford it. If you can't afford the calories for the day, don't add the guacamole. If you can, add the guacamole. I do believe that it's going to make for a great addition to the flavor, so I'm going to be adding the guacamole. Alright guys, I'm not even worried about this thing. This thing looks and smells incredible. You saw from the pictures. It looks fantastic. I'm super excited. You can't really mess up a Mexican pizza like you could a dessert, at least for me. I cut a nice little slice here, but it's kind of hard to see. But if you can see that, I cut it into the pizza shape. Not sure why, but you got the cheese is falling off there. You got the guacamole, the onion. It just smells amazing. But we got to dive into this thing here. Alright, here we go. Let's pick that bad boy up. Let's pick it up perfectly. Here we go. Oh my god. Come on. You just can't mess up a Mexican pizza. This thing is amazing. I can't stop eating it. Words just doesn't describe how happy I am. This thing has so much flavor. I know I added the guacamole, which adds a little bit more calories. That's totally fine with me. It has so much flavor. You got the refried beans in there. That's coming through. Obviously, the seasoned meat, so powerful, so delicious if you like that kind of thing. You got a perfect crunch from the tortillas. You got the cheese on there. You got the cold guacamole, tomato, onion. Absolutely perfect. All of the calories and the macros are going to be right here on the screen, and that's including the guacamole. I am super excited. I will probably end up eating this entire thing. It is that delicious. Like I said before, Mexican pizzas, I've loved them forever. This is obviously much better quality, homemade, than something that you're going to get from Taco Bell. It's even going to be less calories. You don't have to eat the whole thing. It's actually pretty massive. You can cut it in 4s, you can cut it in 8s, whatever kind of calorie limits that you're on for the day. But there is nothing that I could have done different. There was so much flavor in this thing. Sometimes when you're making those low calorie desserts, you're sacrificing some flavor, you're sacrificing some texture. Not here. I get that this is a little bit higher in calories, but again, it is a large portion and it is quite filling. So I definitely give this recipe an A+. Thank you for the inspiration, Remington James. I do appreciate it. You can make a bigger one and take it to holiday parties. You can make it for dinner for your family. Nobody is going to complain unless you don't like ground beef. If you don't like taco seasoning, if you don't like cheese, then you might not like it. But if you like those things, spot on. So thank you for the inspiration, RJ. I do appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this kind of content, make sure you give it a thumbs up so YouTube will share that value with other people. If you have any recommendations on recipes or anything you'd like me to make, put it in the comment section down below. I will definitely make that for you. Not a problem at all. I hope you enjoyed the videos, and I'll see you guys next time.